Well, hello, friends of the 8th Street Church. For the last year and a half, your staff has worked relentlessly each week to make sure that we are accommodating to all people so that everyone might be able to be a part of an in-person worship service. We have followed the CDC guidelines, we've planned and replanned, and we've called audibles when it came to snow, cold, rain, and wind. And I'm grateful to you, our people, that have outlived the harsh conditions over this last year and a half. Each week, the staff is forced to make a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C when it comes to worship because we never know what to expect when it comes to weather. You know that Pastor Banning has been forced to adjust with wind and weather and time. He led valiantly when it came to getting our services online, and he does in getting equipment set up in between services. Pastor Hope has done the same thing so our kids might be able to learn behind masks and snowsuits, and even when the sun is shining so bright you can't see. Pastor Mikhail is constantly trying to keep up with communication, which is incredibly difficult. We've done our very best to serve you and the congregation well and have been glad to do it. But on this last Sunday, we came to a crossroads. It was a wonderful day of worship in our 9:30 service. The Spirit was just wonderful. But then our 11 o'clock service was just terrible. The heat was so incredibly unbearable, so sweltering and oppressive that the people were just walking off and leaving. Not one person could participate in a meaningful way. Not one person was with me as I was preaching. That might be a regular occurrence, but because of the heat, that was the reason this week. The sun was so hot that I can honestly say that the 32 degrees and the 20-mile-an-hour winds that we had on Christmas Eve was a cakewalk compared to what we experienced on Sunday. We even had a child get sick from the heat. So in our effort to keep people well by having an outdoor service, we actually made one sick, and we just cannot do that anymore. We are just at the beginning of the summer. More heat is coming, and I think we're now to the point where it's hurting us in our mission rather than helping to have an outdoor service. At the same time, we've known these different services couldn't be a long-term solution. With this schedule, we cannot provide consistency in service time, service opportunity, music, preaching, children's ministry volunteerism, whatever. So this week, your board has made a decision, along with your pastors, that this week we will begin 2 indoor services, 9:30 and 11 o'clock, starting this week, June the 20th, and we will do one service on July 4th at 10 a.m. that will be indoors as well. As far as what happens for kids, our 9:30 will be the same as it's always been. At the 11 o'clock service, however, Pastor Hope will be available to sit with kids downstairs in the community room, and we'll have snacks and toys and playtime. And of course, the live stream will be playing downstairs, so parents who need to bring their kids down can participate in the service as well. I'll have you know that all of our indoor time together meet all of the CDC guidelines. 99% of the people inside still wear masks, even though they're not required by the CDC. And 2 services will encourage social distancing. Finally, I want to let you know that things are incredibly clean at our church. I have done everything that I can as your pastor and leader to encourage vaccinations and to say that vaccinations are the best thing for people. And I've even said getting a vaccination is the Christian thing to do. I understand why the few that haven't been vaccinated have stayed away for health, pregnancy reasons, or because they're too young. So for those who can't or won't get vaccinated or be able to come inside, we still have our online option. I look forward to the day when we can all worship together again. But until that day, I continue to pray for healing and for help, God's leadership and direction. And I want to say to you, thank you for being such a courageous and supportive church. I'm grateful to you. I'm grateful to be a part of your leadership. And I'm grateful for what you've done for the sake of God and for the sake of your neighbor. So each week I say it to you, but I say it again now. Grace and peace to you. May you receive his full grace and peace. Grace and peace to you, my friends.